Hello, fam. Welcome to another episode of Clever Fellas, Things That Make You Go, I have my family here with me today. To the left of me, I have the beautiful Juliette, aka Jules.
Hi.
Next to her, I have the delicious Delissia.
Woo woo.
And at the end, but not the least, the Dream King, King the Dream.
What up, though, man? Let's get it.
We're going to talk about some serious topics. We'll be right back here. Give us a few seconds. We'll be right back. Welcome, family. What we want to address today is some serious real-world subjects that we hope helps everybody in the community, anybody that needs this ear. We're going to give you a chance to see where we came from, how our experiences changed, and at the end of the day, what we're wanting to really focus in on today is single parenting and how can we address some of the problems we see with it. Some of the things, everyone's going to have a different story. So that's why it's important that we get those out. At the end of that, we're going to surmise and try to see if we can come up with some solutions that may help you. Okay? And we'll go ahead and start off with Juliette right here. And you can kind of give a brief synopsis of what's going on with you, how it came to be that you have come to be who you are at this point in time in life.
That's a huge task to kind of give you a synopsis of, but overall, I come from a two-parent household. I am biracial. I come from both great cultures, Mexican and Black. So I'm known as a Blaxican to most, Afro-Latina to some. However, I embrace both cultures, and I'm ready to get this thing going as it relates to the youth in America and what I could possibly bring to the table as it relates to this topic.
And let me ask you something, Juliette, in reference to your upbringing. Now, you say you had a two-family household. So you saw those families that were single family.
Absolutely.
There were certain things that you saw automatically that were advantages and disadvantages. In the sense, when we were young,
Absolutely.
And when I say the advantages, we thought it was an advantage to be enabled. So
Good point.
What do you think about that now when you look back
Looking back on it, you can be in a two-parent household and still have certain aspects that don't mean that it's necessarily a positive.
That's
Right.
to be
Good and bad with everything.
There's
You're right,
good
baby.
and bad. Thank you so much for pointing that out. There's good and bad with everything. As you're raised, as they say, it takes a village.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
baby. Yes, it
And
does.
that comes from a lot of different facets of life. And that's why I think it's important that we embrace whether it's a two-family household or whether it's a single-parent household,
Right.
in which right now, currently, I am in a single-parent capacity. But with God, all things are possible.
That's right, baby.
Right.
Yes,
You know?
it is.
What kind of challenges
Yeah.
do you see with the single parent household right now, if you would feel like speaking
Sure,
about
absolutely.
Money. No, I'm joking.
That? That's going to be a problem
Right.
if you got 4 husbands or 4 wives.
Hey.
There you go.
I'm joking. Go ahead.
Love
I'm sorry.
The challenges I see, definitely you hit it on the nose, money. Obviously, the dynamics that you have with a two-parent
Sure.
household, you have the lacks of having that husband. Whereas when you don't have that husband now, it's basically on you unless you're receiving child support, and then still there's issues.
Sure.
So with me, I would say the challenges that I probably would say is because I have a son, would be that I can't be a male and both a male and a female.
Right.
So unfortunately, my son is, I can never understand what it's like to be a 16-year-old boy because I've never been a 16-year-old
Right.
boy.
Stand up
I've been a
and-
16-year-old girl,
Yeah.
but never a 16-year-old boy.
Well, but that right there is growth in my sense to be able to have wisdom to know that,
That is.
difference.
Thank you.
Some people just fix I've seen
Yeah.
some people that just women that just kind of boast up and think,
Yeah.
okay, now
Yeah.
I'm running the show.
There's
And
just some things I can never
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
Certain things that he's probably experiencing that I, as a female, can
Would
never understand.
That's correct.
So with that, one thing that I would like to say, is that having an ex-husband that is able to co-parent with me
Right.
Yes.
in order
Speak
to
truth.
show people that even though we're not together as a as unified as a marriage, that we still co-parent and we still exist
Right.
in my son's life.
I
Right.
So
love
that's
that.
key for me.
Right. That's
That's
good. That's
beautiful.
great. That's
Thank you.
great. I
Thank you.
appreciate that.
Thank you.
And Delissia, we'd like to see if you could go
Love
ahead and
that.
add to that in reference to
You
your.
know, I'm a firecracker.
Yes, yes. As far as your upbringing and what your uniqueness is in that sense, that everyone's is different here. So
Thank you for asking, King. I'm going to sum it up because hey, my mom and dad had me at 14 years old. She was being fast outside of Dunbar, Fort Worth, Texas. Fast. So when people say child, I know I'm a miracle of God. I was born with a 14-year-old, so I was raised with 2 grandparents and 2 homes.
sure, okay,
And in that, I always wanted my daddy coming home like my papa, and I love my papa, rest his soul, with all my grandparents. They were like my parents. And like, I have a 14-year-old daughter right now. I would go crazy if she was pregnant. Like, I think, and I have sympathetic, and like, oh, these are some strong people, right?
Right.
My mom
Right.
and grandma was pregnant at the same time. So in that, I saw wonderful men. That's why I dress black men as kings. When I discern the spirit of kings.
Love
and that's
it.
Because
appreciated.
Appreciate
come
you.
on now.
That's appreciated.
Come
Real
on now,
talk.
don't talk to
Real
me.
talk.
But they were married to some firecrackers, to some wonderful queens who took care of home, who took care of them, who made their lunch. You know, back in the day, grandmamas made lunch for
Making the lunch.
for the man.
No
Listen,
microwave.
I'm recording
Weren't
everything
doing
y'all
no
saying 'cause I'm gonna
microwave.
give a
Yeah,
retweet
ain't
on
no
that in the back
microwave.
end.
You they had to cut them
Exactly.
pieces.
Exactly.
So I was raised with that. Women that told me, be a queen, but be yourself, Delissia. I was a firecracker since I was a little girl. So
Mhm.
they let me dance and hip hop and jazz
Okay.
and country and da da da.
Right.
And saying that to say I've been a single mom. I've been married twice. I've been divorced twice. Matter of fact, I'm back with my last husband, but we ain't getting married. We ain't getting remarried. Well, I love him. He love me, and he take very good care of me.
There you go.
Everybody happy.
Nothing
That's
beats a
all
good
that matters.
understanding.
Everybody happy. Ain't that right? Ain't that right? So to all the single women, when I said income,
Understand that.
I had to do some pros and cons.
Reevaluation.
I want evaluation.
Absolutely.
Family was important to me more than my own personal needs when I looked in the mirror. God made male first in his own image, and he made female then.
Uh-huh.
So we are to serve y'all as y'all serve God. And when you serve God, you love on a woman so much that she want to submit to your butt.
Yeah.
So I chose not being a single mom, but God gave me strength. He built me because the
Right.
joy
There
of the
you go.
Lord is our strength.
There you
Right.
go.
As a single mom, I said, I don't like paying these bills by myself.
Mm.
I sent my son to his daddy at 13 and I switched to child support. Hell yeah, I did that. Nigga, I pay child support now. Ooh, can we blank that out? Anyway, well, said it. I switched to child support
Okay.
Right.
at 13 years old because
Okay.
I don't stand up and pee.
Exactly.
He lived in Kennedale. He was safe. Me and his wife right now, we like sister wives. My son is 20 years old. He went to live with his daddy at 13 years old.
So you're a dream to a lot of men. I'm trying to, and we'll get to
That's
that.
why
Hey, listen here. Let me tell you something.
He
You
said
know,
you're
you
a
know,
dream.
you already got the bucket overflowing, but we still got other places we got to go here. Okay. What you've told us is very impactful, and some of the things that y'all both have said, I'm just grabbing it. And I appreciate it. That is
Little
all
nuggets. Little
great
nuggets.
juice.
Yeah.
That is all great juice. Now we got the king over there. Let's see what you got, Dream. I know yours is going to be unique and powerful as well. Could you please enlighten us on your experiences?
Yeah, I mean, I think I should be like a subject matter, right? Because I am the product of what happens when you leave a kid. You know, my biological father literally looked at me in the hospital and just bounced. He
Oh,
looked
wow.
at me
Wow.
and he bounced. So my mother, it got so tough for her, she actually put me up for adoption. So I was adopted. So I was in and out of the adoption centers all my life till about six years old. And she got with my stepfather. She met him on the bus in Philly. So I'm from Philly.
Okay.
And they met in Philly. And he said when he seen her, he said he seen a sad, sad soul. And he sat next to her and he just asked her, can I pray for you? And he prayed for her and started dating her. And she felt like, you know, she wanted to take her life because she gave up her son. And he fought the court system to get her son back and they won. So I got back in my mom's life. You know, it took about 2 years.
Wow, so they had taken you.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I'm in and out of adoption centers all my life.
Oh, you
Mm.
man.
Yeah, I was born. I wasn't born in the hospital. I was born in the Salvation Army.
Mm.
Like I
Wow.
seen everything. Like I remember going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, different adoption centers, and you know, stuff like that could make or break somebody.
Oh, most
And
definitely breaks
so
most
what
of
it
them.
did for me was it set the example. Like
Jesus.
so somebody can encourage you or somebody can teach you by unteach you.
Mm.
Meaning this, like you can look at a man and be like, yo, I ain't never gonna be like you, cat.
Right.
Or you can look
I
at a man
feel
and be
that.
like, man, I wish I was like you.
Right.
Exactly.
The way I looked at him, I said, bro, I ain't never gonna be like you. So my children are
Mm.
deeply in my life. I don't miss nothing.
You did
That's
the
like that tank
opposite.
of gas, man.
Yeah.
I had an uncle
That's
tell me
right.
one time I was on a trip with him and I was talking about, man, I've been going through this. I've been going through this and everything.
Yeah.
And he said, well, that's adversity. And I'm going to tell you, it's just like a tank of gas. Bro.
Yeah.
He said, you can take that full tank of gas
Yeah.
and you can put it in your trunk and you can let it weigh that car down.
Yeah. Like for me,
Hmm.
Or you could take that full tank of gas and put it in your tank and let it fuel you past all
for
this.
sure, man.
Jesus.
And
For
you
me,
took it and
like
made it
I got
fuel you.
standards, man. Like here's my
Ooh.
deal. Shout out to all the fathers. Depending on when you get this, happy Father's Day to you guys. But
Right.
here's my deal. Number one, you are not allowed to be in my presence if you don't take care of your children.
Jesus.
Say that.
Hmm.
Say
Period.
it.
I don't
You
Say
ain't
it.
allowed.
Your
Like I
brows
don't
either.
don't
Say it.
condone it. I understand that you and the mother of your child didn't make it.
Significant other.
I get that.
Absolutely.
I get that. You're financially not doing well. I
Strapped.
understand that.
Right.
I get that. You know what I'm saying? Physically, you need to get up on that. I get all that. But what I don't get, you got one job.
One
Hmm.
job.
My man didn't ask to be here.
That's
Right.
right,
He
baby.
here.
Exactly.
And so you ain't step up, you ain't coming through. First of all, the child support, it shouldn't have to be no child support. I'm already supporting my child.
What? Say
It
what?
shouldn't have to be a child support.
Exactly.
I shouldn't have to chase you down to come take care of
It's
your
your
seed.
child.
This is
Come
your
on
seed,
now.
bro.
Right.
Exactly.
And so here's what God did for me, man.
Speak
God
to
gave
me.
me my daughter on my birthday. That's what God did for me. When I lost my mother,
Mm.
you know, I used to celebrate my mother's life big time. I'm going to fly out to Victorville and go see my mom because she lived in Victorville while I was here. And then when she passed January 5th, 2013. So when she passed, so her birthday is August the 5th. So every August the 5th, no matter what, we celebrate. I mean, big time.
Pay
This is
homage.
Mama's Day.
Absolutely.
This is your day. So
Love it.
January 5th, 2013, when she passed, the next year, August the 5th, was a dark day
Mm.
because she wasn't here.
Mm.
And I didn't understand spiritually enough to like why God took her, you know? So I was still dealing with that. So the next year after that, August 16, 2015, she's not here. Of course, I'm dealing with it. August the 5th, like I'm shutting down.
Right.
I'm not this dude, but I was that dude that day on darkness.
Right.
So God said, I got you. August 5th, 2016, he gave me my son
Mm.
on her birthday.
Now that right there.
Wow.
Yeah, so my
That's
daughter's on my
powerful.
birthday and my son is on my
See.
mother's birthday. So
Without a spot of
we-
wrinkle.
we
Is
still
Without a spot of
celebrate.
wrinkle.
My mom was
Wow.
telling me spiritually, like, we still celebrate.
We
She's
good.
still
That's
here.
right.
We
Yeah,
good.
so for all the fathers out there, to me, because when I look at my son, I look at me. I look at a reflection of me, and I'm like, yo, how do you walk away from this? You so cool. Like, my son is so cool, bro. Like, and he's a replica. So that means I
Yeah.
just walked away from my best version of myself.
Right.
Exactly.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
I
so
like that analogy.
I
The
just
best
don't-
version of yourself.
yeah, I just don't condone it. Like I'm not
That
trying.
is-
I'm not trying to
that's
hear.
dope.
I'm not trying to hear
Right.
no excuses.
Wow.
And watch this. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna tell every man right here so y'all can understand the vibration, because y'all gotta understand, like, perspective is real. So I look at it differently. Here's my perspective. In your home, in your kingdom, your home is your kingdom. In your home, in your kingdom, you the king. No matter what, I want you to accept responsibility. If it's in shambles, accept it. You fix that. You have to fix that. No matter what. Me and my wife, we never argue. But one time we had a disagreement. I'm gonna tell you what the disagreement was, and I'm gonna show you how quick I fixed it. We had a disagreement, and I came home. She was pregnant with my son, and she was looking bad. You know how y'all do. I'm asking my wife, "Hey, babe, what's wrong?" Nothing. What's wrong? Nothing.
It's
What's
called
wrong?
hormones.
I do
Nothing.
that too.
What's wrong? Nothing. And I told her distinctly. I said, "Yo, you know who I am. We gonna stay in here all night, and you ain't gonna go to sleep until you tell me what's wrong." She finally told me. She said, "First of all, I know you working hard. I understand that. No, I don't want you to feel that." I said, "Ma, just tell me what's up. Like, let's just get this out the way." She said, "Look, you really like you leave your shoes out here. You don't now I ain't messy, I ain't dirty, but
Right.
I'm tired. I come home, you just throw the stuff around, and I'm a winner, bro. I'm a competitor. I'm a real competitor, and at that second, I was losing. That second, so I said, all right, cool. She's like 6 months pregnant.
I
She
feel
went
them
out with her,
shoes.
she went out with her mom one day. I called my partner. I said, "Yo, man, you know the housekeeper you had? What's her number?" Got the housekeeper number. Her and the mama gone. I said, "Hey, can you come over here?" She said, "I can be over there." I seen, I need that express. She came over. Bro, when I tell you, I didn't understand that my house could be this clean.
Mm-hmm.
She
It's
came
real.
home
A woman
and she
don't
loved
mind.
papados. So I had the papados ready. She came
There it
in to
is.
a clean, it looked like the Hilton. And she was like, "Yo, check this out. We will never have that conversation again."
That's
You hear
right.
that, Drake? Papa
He
Do's
thought
house
out-
clean.
He thought outside the box. He thought outside the box.
But
Are you taking notes? Guys, are you taking notes?
my thing is solution based. I don't want to deal with the problems. I'm
Absolutely.
like, okay, that's it. That's what we need to do.
Yeah.
Say less.
Yeah.
I'm fit to take care of no
Love
more
it.
problems. We
Love
done
it.
with that.
Thinking
Yeah.
outside the
The
box.
problem you ain't gonna have for me is getting this money, being there for
The
you,
grind.
being
There
there
you
for my
go.
son, being there for my daughter.
Yeah,
You're not gonna
God
have
deserves
that problem for me. Yo, your man's is tired when he comes home. I'm not rocking these dishes.
Yeah.
I'm paying for the dishes. I'm
Oh,
paying
yeah.
for everything.
Right.
I'm not rocking these dishes, but I'm to take care of everything that's up here. And so I had to fix that.
Yeah.
So I hired a housekeeper.
Yeah. Well, see, your solution base started with the fact that you took care of you.
Yeah.
You couldn't have never took care of her had you not been able to have the finances or the means to take
Okay,
Yeah.
come on now.
of that. Your base and the base of anybody is that safety and needs, and you already covered that. But at the other side of that, though,
Yeah.
as you were a winner and not a loser,
Cam not be.
you accepted the more and not the less. And
Nah.
when you did that, you set yourself on the cover that I'm not going to
That's
ever
right.
get the less.
And listen,
And the more gave you the ability to have choice.
to be a winner,
Exactly.
for everybody to understand, to you queens, to be a winner is a decision. Like literally,
Absolutely.
you have to
Absolutely.
decide if you're gonna lose or win in this life. If you settle
Don't
for
settle.
you settle for
Don't
somebody
settle.
that's abusing you, that's you. That's
Never
not
settle.
don't complain about it. You keep on going back to bro.
Yeah, somebody
That's
do
on
it.
you.
They
You
don't
want to
lie.
lose, go ahead and catch that loser.
That's right.
But if you want to win, you have
Pray
to
for discernment, ladies.
you have
Pray
to
for
understand
discernment.
that winners hang out with winners.
That's right.
Winners do what
Absolutely.
winners do.
Absolutely.
Winners don't talk losing vocabulary.
Absolutely
Winners
not.
talk about winning vocabulary.
Absolutely.
You ever heard somebody like no
Success.
disrespect? If you got a
Success.
job, shout out to you got a job. If you got a job, shout out to you. But for real talk, people that got jobs got job conversations,
Right.
such as overtime, such as lunch breaks.
The universe
Dang,
is mad
that's
at us because we putting out that
Wow.
juice, fellas.
That's powerful,
I'm telling you, boy.
That
I told you,
is-
man.
man.
Hey, I told you.
Nah.
That's how it hit me when I first was coming.
Yeah, you're good.
Never
Yeah,
I
yeah.
said
think
my
we go-
juice box.
What?
But back to what I'm saying
Wow.
though, winners win, losers lose,
That's
and
right.
to make a decision to win is a decision. To make a decision
Yeah. Conscious.
is a decision.
Conscious.
That's right,
It's
baby.
conscious.
So I decided, yo, I'm not gonna be like my man. My man looked at me and left. Man, I
No,
look
the
at my
devil
son.
is
When
a
I tell
lie.
you, my son, we rocking. I'm talking about baseball. We doing video game,
I love
and
it.
it's sometimes like to be honest with y'all, man. I understand fathers, y'all tired, but man, I'm not fit to tell him no.
We can't do it.
You want to go play catch? Come on, let's go.
You never know.
You want to play this? Come on, let's go.
Let's go.
My son, look, I'm 5'8", right? It is what it is. He want to play basketball? I showed him a video of Spud Webb. I said, bruh,
He can dunk.
you could do whatever
He
you
can
want to
dunk.
do. I'm not. You want to do it? Go ahead and rock it.
Do it,
Absolutely.
You want to do
All
it?
things
My
are
job,
possible
my
with
job as a
God.
father is to
All
make you the
things.
best
All
version of you.
things.
My job as a
Greater
father
he
is to
that is
see
in
you.
me than he
I
that
need
is
to
in the
see you for the
world.
best version
I
of you
love,
and enhance whichever
I
you're
love
doing.
your vibe.
And so when I see
Dope.
that,
I'm so
I got
serious.
to take it to another level with my children, man.
Vice
That's why my
versa.
I'm so
daughter's
serious.
a
Spirit,
very
Lord.
positive role model of her little community, man, because she's a cosmetologist.
Right.
I seen her do hair at 7 years old. Now she's rocking her own salon.
Yeah, that's the way
Like
to do that.
Beyonce daddy said, if she said she wanted to be a doctor, I would have bought her a hospital.
Period.
So she
There
wanted to
it
be
is.
a dancer, a performer.
That's
So he
it.
made her the biggest, baddest sister in the
Exactly.
nation.
Yeah.
And and
All
you
due
touched on
respect.
some things there, Dream, that came from a viewpoint that I can see it and see now. That's great because I got a unique viewpoint. That's another side that there's always another side. Like any window, I can look at it from this side and I see this way. If I don't like what I see, I can get to this angle here and I can look out that same window
Mm-hmm.
and see a whole nother direction.
Yeah.
It's always two directions out that window. So what we have to do is now I'm going to come on that other side of that direction with you, brother, because what you said was powerful. But I've also lived another situation that's uniquely different from that,
Talk to
that
us.
will key into the fact that there are those different sides and we still have to address them.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, you still need to win.
Yeah.
It's about winning.
Make a decision.
It's
to win
about
too.
being accountable to yourself. Okay? The I am statement is after you say I am, it's you.
That's
That's
it.
right.
So, and that's even been proven with science. So this is not like this is something that we're guessing at.
Yeah.
This is what it is.
I had a cat tell me the other day, and I want everybody to understand that this is a terrible thing to say. Somebody said, man, I'm not fit to live above my means. Never
What's your
say
means, brother?
Never say that.
What's your means,
You ever
though?
heard somebody say,
I have
don't
heard
live
that
above your
before. I've
means?
heard that
That's the
before.
worst thing to say because
What does that mean?
you can do or be whatever you want. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
If you're not there,
The
you need to
sky's the
go work
limits.
harder. If you're not financially there, you need to go find out how. Like the craziest thing about making $1 million is it takes the same time that
Yeah.
it takes to make somebody $1,000.
And
You
And
just
it's
got to
really
think
not
with
how-
your mind.
Can I interject real quick? It's really not how much you make, it's how you save it and what you do with it.
Money management.
Money management is key.
My great grandfather said that, son, it's
mean,
not
that-
how much money you make, it's how much money you save.
You
Yeah.
know?
And I mean, he lived to be 104 years old.
Wow.
So I know that he had some type of a wisdom,
Yes.
a God-fearing man for years,
Absolutely.
in
My
reference to
grandmother
that.
who's
But
still living
I-
says that religiously.
I got,
My papa used to say, it ain't what you got on, it's what's in your pocket.
yeah.
Mm.
More times than not, if it's on your ass, it's not an asset.
Man. Yeah.
Sorry, King, but
Yeah,
go ahead.
no, I mean,
Wow.
so with that being said, and what Dream said was powerful, man. I appreciate that, brother, because you are a success story.
Absolutely.
You've overcome a lot of the excuses that people make.
Yeah.
One of the problems I've come across and something that I've realized, man, over the last year or so, really, with dealing with my older kids, is this. When you are clever enough and smart enough to come up with a good excuse, that can be your worst friend,
Mm-hmm.
because now you have the ability to come up with something that satisfies you
Yeah.
in the means of failing.
Yeah.
Something you
You
can catch
didn't
on to.
succeed,
Satisfy you.
but you are comfortable with your excuse.
Yeah.
That excuse is so good. Oh, it vibed and flowed so good, but damn, you still failed, brother.
Yeah.
And you know what? You done it so many times that when I was talking about that subconscious. Neurons firing.
Yeah.
Hep's law is neurons that fire together wire together. A neuron is that connection between your brain. You give a thought, it goes to parts of your body, and when you do so, you connect. They call them ligons, all that. We're not going to get into all that. But what's happening is every time you have a thought, you're sending a signal to your body. Your body responds to it and tells you, I got the signal.
Yeah.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So now it's you know that it's feeling the way you were thinking. Okay? So when you do that, it records it. Once it records that and you do it repetition, it hardwires it.
Yeah.
That's
fine.
called subconscious.
Oh, absolutely.
95% of the day, we're run by our subconscious.
Yeah.
I just recently learned this. 5% of the day is run by our mind. Yet our mind is the central computer.
Yeah.
So
I think it's dope that you got the two queens here because I'm a real big advocate for single mothers. You know what I'm saying? And Frankie Beverly when it comes on.
Hey.
and the Isley brothers.
And Isaac Brothers.
There it
But
is.
and I did something for the single moms. I gave away a car. I was featured on Fox 4 News for giving away a car.
I did not get that memo.
Yeah.
I didn't get that
It was
memo.
on Fox
Did you get
4.
the
You was too busy looking to see if Oprah was still
I know.
alive.
You get a car. You
Dream
get a
about
car.
your
Yeah,
Awesome.
no,
That
it was a
is
blessing.
awesome.
I always want to be that cat to be able
I'm a witness.
to be able to give back, and I just want to shout out to y'all for the grind because I know it's not easy. You know what I'm saying, and I know based on this podcast with the Clever Fella, man, we're gonna be getting some insight from you guys when it comes to being moms and so people can get value right now. But in the meantime, I want to break for a commercial break for my big brother, the Clever Fella. Make sure y'all tune in. Make sure y'all crack it open and definitely
Crack it
subscribe.
open.
Subscribe. Push that subscribe button.
Click,
And
click.
tune in.
And come back and give us a hug, please.
Yeah.
Please.
Come back and give us a hug and some love, because that's what we're trying to pass.
So
out.
stay tuned. We'll be right back at you.
Welcome back, fam. You're with Clever Fella and the family here, and this is our show here, Things That Make You Go Home. As we were talking earlier to the lovely Juliette and Delissia and Dream, talking about our experiences, our life experiences as youth, parenting. We left off with Dream giving us a synopsis of how he sees it, and I wanted to give him another opportunity to finish that. I don't think you got a chance to finish.
Yeah, like real talk. I'll just kind of go back, going into the mothers, because as I got back with my mom, she before she left, she would just be so regretful, like telling me like I'm sorry.
What was she sorry for? Excuse me, but I'm just.
She kept. Well, she know what I remembered.
Okay.
She remember. I mean, you're
right.
At 6 years old, I don't know if y'all got reflections as.
Absolutely.
It'll be my turn in a minute.
Yeah. So she just kept on.
Sir.
So that was one of her biggest regrets. But I told her, I said, look, when I had Jada, is when I really got it, because it's tough. You know what I'm saying, to be a parent, and because you're taking care of somebody else. But I said, Mom, I forgive you. I mean, we good. We here. I'm one of those like. I really focus on right now, like what's already happened. I can control the controllables. I don't do anything about or talk about the stuff that's already happened. It's already happened. I'll learn from it, but we're not fit to sit up here and talk about it. So I'm like, Mama, I used to always tell her I just love you and let's enjoy our life right now while we're here. So to the mothers, to you guys that been struggling and you came through it and you're triumphed and you're amazing at this point. My heart goes out to your story, because my my mom was put in a situation where she got with dude got her pregnant,
Right.
Dude left. It's a very typical story. I hate to say it, but it's unacceptable. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to every single mom out there that's just rocking with us right now. But that was my biggest thing, man. I just don't condone fathers not rocking. I don't, bruh. You had one job, bro.
One job.
And unfortunately, I have lost some. We were single at one point in time, so you was my boy.
Oh yeah.
But boys to men, bro. Like you had a child. You ain't there, bro. That's why. Oh, why you ain't pick up the phone? I'm gonna tell you why. Cause when I went out there, I ain't see you always out there. You always in the club. I see you when we popping, but I don't see you at the barbecues with your children.
Right.
Nah, bro.
Right.
Hold them accountable.
I'm not catching no high fives with you.
Exactly.
So that's me. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Maybe I got a chip on my shoulder, but
Well, no, I mean it was valid.
That's true.
Yeah.
Your life experiences caused you to have the feelings that you had, and the responses that you came with were a choice that you made.
Yeah.
You didn't have to go that way. You could have been a loser.
Yeah.
You could have said that and felt sorry for yourself and been one of those people that came up with great excuses for reasons that they did not succeed.
Yeah.
That's right.
As opposed to one excuse for why I did win.
Yeah.
So I commend you for it.
I'm
But
winning.
you don't need to leave the women out. It's some sorry women that get mad at great men and good men, and they put child support on those men.
Yeah, the victimized.
And
Don't
those
deserve it.
men want to spend time. I don't rock with
They use
women
the
like
children.
that.
They use the children
If
as a
they call it, hey, let me see my baby. No, you ain't paid child support. Still let that man see his child.
Yeah.
Just my two.
No. That's a big deal. I didn't want to press on that because I
You
know.
don't have the right to.
You know when he said
Yeah.
when I said, well, see, that's a great perspective from the view you got, but from that same window, I was on the other side seeing something different. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I was appreciative of that, because everybody's story is going to be unique.
Yeah, and listen,
I love it.
Jada and the wife of my wife, Jada's mother, and Jada's mother is an amazing person. We're co-parenting now.
That's
There you
right.
go.
That's how you
And now, you know what I mean? And it wasn't like this. It wasn't like stars and quasars all the time. But my love, I stood up. I said, listen, like, I'm not going nowhere. I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna take care of my daughter. No matter all the emotions, cool. The logic is that's gonna always be my child.
That's right.
So you'll always be forever.
Facts.
I love you. But at the same time, I'm married now, and thank
Respect.
God we are now harmonized.
There you go.
The mother of my child and my wife, they can roll out together. They ate dinner before. They go out together. Sometimes if I need to have Jada's mom watch my son, we're all a family.
Now,
See,
that's
that's-
how it's supposed to be.
see,
Cohesive.
We all a family. Yeah, no,
Cohesive.
we all a
So you-
family.
Absolutely.
See, you have
I
what
like Sister Wives.
you have the dream, and no play on
Yeah.
words. You know what I'm saying? Because
What you thinking?
that's what I
Right.
desired, and I don't think I think it's a lot of men that desire that, but I think they don't know how to get to it.
Think that
Yeah,
it can happen.
but it's not.
They
let me
don't need
let me
to
let
mess
me
with
yeah.
the
Let
other
me make it
woman.
clear.
They don't need to
Overnight,
be
though, right?
having sex
It
with
did
the
not.
other
It
woman.
did not happen overnight. Let me tell
Right.
y'all something. If water drips on a rock consistently enough, it'll tear a hole through it.
Mm.
What happens is we don't be consistent with our love. Like even on the days that are bad, I still love Nicole.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I say bad, okay, we had an argument. You know what I'm saying? But forever, that woman, I will, no matter what, she knows. I will always rock with you. My wife, Tawana, she knows. And they respect me as the father of their children.
As they should.
I'm the father of their children. So I'm
Absolutely.
sending text messages of both of them together. Because guess what? This is our life right now.
That's right.
And Nicole has a boyfriend and she does her thing and I respect her boundaries. It ain't like we're just
Boundaries.
we understand the assignment of this
It's
children.
bigger than it's.
There you go.
Well,
Yeah.
what
Boundaries and
what-
understanding the assignment.
Sometimes women make that hard for
Yeah.
men
Oh,
that's really
absolutely.
tried, and it's deceptive, and I can't
Absolutely.
stand it.
Yeah.
I've tried it, but if you have an ignorant woman, because you were speaking from wisdom,
Oh,
Jay,
thank you. I
and that's why
appreciate
he
you.
called you wise.
Thank you.
Not to just elaborate on when you said,
Yeah.
King, you said I don't rock with men who don't take care of their
I don't.
children. I don't rock with broads
Yeah.
who don't take care their children and allow their children
Allow.
to know their father
Yeah.
and let them get their own indignation of that man. This is
Absolutely.
my father. My father was on crack. My
Yeah.
mama didn't tell me he was on crack.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I learned from Chubby
Mhm.
that he was on crack.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
had to learn, but Lisa didn't. My
Right.
mom didn't tear
Never
him down.
Never bad mouth.
And I did, even though all three of my children have their own father.
Mhm.
You get a daddy, you get a daddy, you get a daddy.
Hmm.
Don't call me, call your daddy, your daddy,
Yeah.
your daddy.
Oh my
And I
goodness.
have a relationship. I would
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm making a joke out of it, but it is true. I've been married
Facts.
twice, but I tried to
That's
have it, and I
okay.
still have a
That's
relationship
okay.
with
Yeah.
those men
Yeah.
because, and they all are great fathers.
There you go.
They sucked as my husband,
There you go.
but they are great
Yeah,
fathers.
fathers
Didn't
being a
work
father
out
and
with
being a
you
husband, you're still gonna be a father.
matrimonially or as a relationship.
If
but
you're not
as
a husband
father,
no more, you're
worked
still
out
a
great.
father. You
Pick
know what I'm
'em
saying?
up.
Man,
Love
see,
it.
And God has blessed me with two amazing mothers.
And see,
See,
I
like,
like how
both-
he gives props.
Both, no,
I
I'm
do
not.
too.
That's
I'm not.
great though.
I'm not
Yes,
this
he is.
person
That's
on
why we
camera
got him
and off
king.
camera. I'm not this
absolutely,
dude.
because he said it didn't
Right.
No,
happen
like
overnight. But
literally,
the fact that
like
he's
I have
doing
some
that,
amazing. Like Nicole is one of the most amazing women I've ever met in my life. You
There
know
you
what I mean?
go.
Now she got the younger version of Dream.
Speak truth now.
Who I am today, I am not the
facets.
21-year-old that met her then.
right.
So she got the young. We grew up together when we had Jada. We was still trying to figure it out.
That's
you know,
right.
so she got the younger version of me.
21.
But my wife got the more mature version of me, and that's why we will be celebrating 10 years of marriage
There you go.
this November.
Congratulations.
Been together 14 years.
Congratulations.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Black love.
Yeah, and so,
Yes. God is
but
happy.
I
Yes.
respect the woman that take care of their children. That's
Children.
Pampers, changing diapers, they crying.
The
You go,
first
you
to hear
trying
the
to,
heartbeat.
you
The
trying
first
to,
to hear the heartbeat.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
that
trying to
my
get
shot.
out,
Tell
and
my
then
son I was
the
the first to
dude
know what
just
the heartbeat
left.
sounds like.
All you had to do was come by and bring some money, take care of the food, and you're not even playing
What
with
you
your
say?
kids.
Say
You're
that a little.
protected.
Say it one more time. Just all you got. What?
Repeat.
Take care. It's just
What?
I don't
Just one more
understand,
time.
man. You need to take care of your. I don't want to get it. I see my child,
So
bro.
simple.
I
Yeah.
see my
Simple.
children. It's the most. My Cass be like, my wife asked me the other day. She's like, "said, baby, you work so much. What do you like to do for fun?" And I say, the fun is I get to spend my life with you.
I know that's right.
Aw.
The Bible says,
Aw.
enjoy your wife in your youth.
No,
What does it
literally,
say?
I don't go. I don't do the
What do you
golfing.
say?
You know,
There you go.
maybe I need
There
a
we
hobby.
go.
I
There
might
we
need a hobby. I
go.
don't know, but
No, you need to
I
say
don't.
that.
I don't golf. I
Say
don't play
that. Say it.
play games all day.
Right.
I'm not playing the Nintendo Sega. I ain't doing none of that. But I just I know cats that play PlayStation all day. But bro, I'm finna be with my son.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
playing
when I
my
played
own game.
PlayStation, it was with my son until he got to a point where I thought he could play with his other friends and get what I was giving him. When I started with
Now that's
mine,
another level. You
yeah.
playing with? Yeah, I play.
Well, see,
Shout
when
out to the
I had a
Nintendo Switch. I be
different
switching
thought
it up.
process, man. And when you talk about that stuff, I had a whole different process because I came through a whole different journey.
Yeah.
I was in a situation where I was born to a mother and father who were 18, 17 in school. She left. Back then, when my mom was pregnant with me, you leave the city, go to your aunt's house or something out of town, and they have the kid, and that way the family, hey, was she just gone, and mom's the word. Back through those times, there was a lot of improper relationships that caused pregnancies and stuff as well too. But I'm not going to even get into that because that's going too deep in closets right now.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to pull those bones out. What I will say is this though, with my situation, it was my father's 18. He's the top guy at the school. Freshman. He's over at Dunbar. He's playing football quarterback with another guy that's pretty popular right now.
Get it from your daddy.
Yeah. And so some things.
That's why you so
I'm gonna elaborate
handsome.
on that.
Ninja.
But in any case, so my mom, hey, here she's red bone. People don't know that. You can go have to look it up. I'm not getting ready to go into that. But in any case, got together. She had to go off. We went to Denton. I was born in North Texas. Came back. She went back to school a year later. Single mothers. Got sisters. At 7 of them. Goes down to 5. 2 died. Single mother. My grandfather and my grandmother were having issues.
Mm-hmm.
Papa was a rolling stone. I don't know how much he rolled, but I know he wasn't at home.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean,
And once again, that was a decision. You
yeah,
understand? Like, that is a decision. Like, real talk is discipline.
Yeah.
A lot of people talk about what to go. Like, people say, man, you need to fix your diet. Really, you need to fix your discipline. Fix your discipline angles. How are you disciplined enough to
lifestyle.
get up every single day? You know you need water. You know you need to take care of the mother of your child, bro. No matter what. No matter what, yeah, she bumping, yeah, she on you, yeah, she tripping, yeah, she's emotional today. Bruh, you're a man, dog.
That's right.
Why are you having a... Let me tell y'all something. Once again, win versus losing. All men, please pay attention. If you argue with a woman,
Hmm.
oh, let me say this again. Let me rephrase it. If you yell at a woman, you losing. First of all, we don't need to be yelling. If she's yelling,
Facts. Message.
if she's yelling,
Are you
the best thing
listening,
you do,
fellas?
and this is the mature dream. This ain't me all the time. I had to learn this. If she's yelling, you need to let her calm down and you need to walk away. You need to walk. Oh, you'll look like a punk. No, you don't, bro, because you're going to lose. You're losing if you yell at her.
Yeah.
You're damn sure losing if you hit her.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can knock a block off, bro. You ain't. That's like Mike Tyson punch out and Glass Joe.
Mhm.
And I'ma
You
shoot
already know
that.
he.
Yeah.
So you're losing,
don't
bro.
hit
You're
her.
losing
Yeah.
when you hitting her.
Yeah.
You're losing when you raising your voice.
That's
You're
right.
losing when you
away.
ain't taking care of your children. So you're
That's
losing,
right.
losing. I don't do that. I gotta win.
Yeah. The problem that we come across is how do we change the negative habits that we get and we get ingrained in our subconscious. Kid grows up. See, in my situation at 6 and 7 years old, my father came back from Vietnam War. Okay, he came back from the Vietnam War. My mom, he had bought our house, had us single. We staying in the hood, but we good. We got a house. You know what I mean?
That's right.
But one of the guys who went to school with my mom, good friend, always liked my mom, are spending time. Well, my father, I come to find out, has been spending time with somebody else too. So they're not together. Why? Parents are doing too much talking.
Mhm,
There's so much
mhm,
negativity coming through parenting
mhm,
that my father may not feel welcome coming to that house.
Yeah.
mhm.
If every time I come to you to support my girl, I'm getting beat down with guilt.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
and you know, and that energy is energy, what it is.
Yeah.
You understand? So then you think maybe I'm keeping the peace by not. I'm kind of staying away, but I'm
Be
watching.
stand off.
I'm
Yeah.
standoff and I'm watching. You understand? And so with that happening, now my mom, she got her sisters. Hey, she left. You don't have your friends. When I'm born, what do I become? My mom's best friend.
Mhm.
I'm the surrogate to my mom's best
Mama's
friend.
boy.
Yeah.
She's young.
Right.
She's lost her friends and all the stuff, the games and actions. Grandmama telling her, take care of your baby.
Right.
Mhm. That's
Right?
Papa.
Yeah.
Right, of
Yeah.
course.
Papa gone.
Yeah.
Right.
Take care of your
Okay.
boy.
She's young. She's 18.
Right.
That's
Okay. So now
You're her
she
confidant
gets
now.
mad.
You're
When she gets mad,
yeah.
I'm listening.
Of
Mhm.
course.
I'm hearing everything.
She's sponging things off you.
Ooh.
And I love you, mama, so I don't want you mad. So
That
and I
was
hate
it.
that person making you mad.
Yeah.
Speak.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
So you understand what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So now, come on, baby, let's go get some cotton candy. Or let's go get you a toy or
Mhm.
something. Okay. So now we friending.
She making.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We friending.
Mhm.
Okay.
the roles.
So now
the roles are changing.
we're friending.
Yeah.
Okay. So I know that's dad, but that's dad, and this is my mom, my friend.
My mama.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something, y'all.
Protect mode.
Let me ask you
Yeah.
something. Elementary, high school, middle school, college. Now,
Mama.
when you got a good y'all, if y'all friend up, we friends.
Right.
We friends. Your relationship with that person becomes a rift, and you come to me and you telling me your problems.
Mhm.
I'm gonna sympathize with you and empathize with you because you're what? My friend.
Yeah.
Mhm.
How am I gonna feel about that person when they come to talk to
You
me?
Yeah.
yeah.
You're not gonna like them at all.
Yeah.
Oh my.
I got a question.
God.
I got a
Protect
question
mode.
for the ladies,
That is-
because that's a powerful point right there. I can tell the maturity level, that y'all have, but I've always, and I want to just take this opportunity to ask, have you guys ever, you yourself, not I know you're probably different today, you yourself or know someone that has weaponized the fathers of the children through their children? In other words, has the venom ever hit? Because I always want to know in the mind of a woman because you can't hit us and hit and strike us, or maybe y'all can. Some I've seen some brothers got knocked out by women, so it is what it is.
That's our TV show.
You can hurt us there, you
Boy.
can hurt us, but to take the child away
Ooh.
from a good man,
Right.
and so what happens to the good man? He is in shambles.
Oh
Because I talk to a lot of brothers all the time. He's in shambles because this is my child. And now, what do? They go to the court systems and they say whatever. Now the the people is in his
Yeah, they're in the
life.
mix.
Yeah, he's in his life.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
he's paying child support. You getting your nails done on his child support. You know,
Floors, taking care of your boyfriend, the new boyfriend.
y'all doing it.
Come on,
My
man.
man is over here. You know what I'm saying? And
Don't
so
start me.
I just want to take. I want to take this opportunity if y'all know or have ever done that, if y'all have ever done that, maybe in your younger years, or if you know someone that has done it,
We're still
but
in our younger years.
what was going on in your mind of a woman,
You gotta answer that.
in the mind of a woman to do to go there,
Yeah.
like, because
I think.
and hold up,
Yeah.
let me clarify.
No, go
To a good father.
I'm gonna say.
I'm-
Then
I just
let
wanna
me
say,
answer
make
after
sure
that. After you go.
I think what goes on in the mind of a woman, and again, I can't answer for all women. It's like me answering for all.
You bring your mic up.
My apologies. Hello,
No, you're good.
everybody. That's like me answering for all people that are biracial. I can't answer for every woman. I can only talk to you about some of the women that I know that have incurred several different relationships. I think what happens with those relationships, if they are good men, as you say, good fathers, if they feel like they were not good boyfriends or good fiancés, they feel like they're making the man pay by not seeing his kid.
Gotcha.
And what they tend to not understand until later, obviously, especially, a lot of people, obviously I said he's a boy. I can't understand what it's like to be a boy or things of that nature. But girls also suffer too by not being in their father's lives.
Yes.
I want to definitely key in on that. This is a two-way street. I think the fact that people say that it has to be a two-parent household is not necessarily fact. As we know, you can be separated and not together and raise a kid that is successful. You are a prime example of that. I want to key in on that also. So what I would like to say is I think that women that are accustomed to things like that, they feel like they're making the guy pay. Okay, I'm going to make you pay child support. Or you know what? If you can't pay child support, I'm going to not let you see your child, whether it be male or female. In the end, you're not doing a disservice to just the dad. You're doing a disservice to the child as well.
And your next generations, because they have now got that hard pressed in that that's the way it's supposed to be. Whether they understand it, hey, it's no different than at the end of the year, you turn around and say, hey, I'm going to work out at the first of the year. And you ain't never did it.
Yeah.
But that woman is selfish.
Yeah.
She's emotional dysfunction.
She is.
She has an emotional dysfunction for a woman.
Mm-hmm. And she's
if
seen
a
it
man
somewhere.
don't want you, she's
Yeah.
seeking. And
Yeah.
in my research,
Yeah.
because I've done research on this,
Yeah.
when women I've never been taken from my father, even I've never been taken.
Yeah.
But I have witnessed women.
Yeah.
Literally, the man that I'm with right now.
Yeah.
I used to say, men, they just don't want to take care of their kids. They just crazy. This woman is crazy, but I lived it.
Yeah.
This woman literally, when he got married to me, took his child support up. And his mother
Mm-hmm.
is a wealthy woman.
Mm-hmm.
My child has never wanted for anything. His child never wanted for anything. The mother lived in the home with them. And I'm telling their business and it's okay. But I went to shake this girl
You're
hand.
not putting their names out
And
there, so
we
they'll
ain't
be
putting no
okay.
name. It's okay.
They'll be okay. They'll be all
Pippin
right.
ain't dead.
Yeah.
When I walked up to that woman, and once he married me,
Yeah.
he chose me. My bonus daughter was in my home. I went at a volleyball game to shake her hand. I used to take up for women so much that I was like, there's no way a woman can be. It's him. No, I lived it. I walked up to shake this woman's hand. Your baby is staying with me for 3 months. We have to have some type of relationship.
Yeah, absolutely.
She would not shake my hand. The Eastwood didn't come out of me. I didn't slap her. The Lord said, don't you do that. And I said, I'm not going to do that.
Right.
Because you want to make fun.
Absolutely.
But women are, and I've studied that they don't have a father figure.
Yeah.
Not saying a father.
No, it's
because I had a
you're
papa,
right.
I had
You're right.
uncles, I had a stepfather.
Right.
I had father figures who told me I was beautiful. Even my crackhead daddy told me I was beautiful when he was out of jail. But I had men and women to uplift me.
Yeah.
And that's where the emotional disconnect.
Yeah.
Jay, you just said it.
For sure.
That they don't think about
Exactly.
that child.
They don't.
They're a selfish being,
Yeah.
and they're not saying, "Let
Right.
me
They're
take
thinking they're
myself
thinking they're getting
out
at him.
of this,
Right.
At him.
and let me think about my
So
child."
let me ask you
As
this.
long as this child,
Are
and
you-
I'm gonna stop. As long as this child is safe with this man,
Yeah.
with his father, and his father's not abusing him,
That's
Right.
good.
I should be able
good, D.
to let him see his child
good.
without me being in it.
But
It
have
takes
you
a
always
very
been this
big
way?
person to
Have
do
you
that.
always been this way, or y'all had to
I
learn
have
to be
always
this way?
been this way.
You know what? To be honest with you, I have to be honest. When me and now my ex-husband, and I didn't want this to make this podcast about him. I'm just going to interject this really quick. When we decided to divorce and get a divorce, we actually came to a decision together that we were going to consciously separate, divorce, and we were going to consciously be a part of my son's life
That's
and
good.
co-parent.
Love it.
And that's one thing that I will say that we got along when we were married, and we got along divorce as well.
That's
So a
good.
lot of people think that everybody that gets divorced, it has to be because you don't get along
Right.
and because there's strife in the marriage. There's
Yeah.
other factors that weigh in other
Yeah.
than infidelity and
Correct.
this,
Yeah.
that, and the third. So we made a conscious effort to make it known that he was going to be a part of my son's life
That's awesome.
continually. As long as he's alive, he's
Yeah.
going to be a part of my son's life, as I am. Parent teacher conferences, he's there.
That's right.
Basketball games,
That's what I'm
when he
talking
has
about.
them, he's there.
That's what I'm
Golf
talking about.
tournaments,
Yeah.
he's there.
So
When I have to go meet for the teacher for whatever it is, I call him.
All of my
Da-da-da-da-da,
daddies did the
he's
same
there.
thing.
yeah.
My son, he's a lot taller than me now. I'm not that tall. I'm 5'4". My son is 6'3" now, size 15 shoe.
Wow.
Slow down, ladies.
Good kid.
Great kid. But my point being is that sometimes he thinks he's too big for his britches, and he doesn't have to listen to me. So
Okay.
sometimes I have to.
Call daddy.
He
Yeah.
a man, baby.
Yeah.
And my ex-husband is 6'6", and he don't put him on the phone.
Yep.
Oh, your dad no, I don't want to talk to. Put him on the phone.
Yep.
You know what? Never mind. Don't put him on the phone. I'll be right over. And he comes right over.
So what you saying is women are doing the payback. They're thinking they're paying back, but they're paying back the wrong
They're
thing.
They're
paying
not
back-
mature enough at the
they're
time
paying back the wrong
to make
person.
that wise decision.
The wrong
at the
person.
end of the day,
They're taking it out on the child.
And we're getting at a point, man, where we're coming to an end. We're going to have to come back on this one because we didn't even get to the halfway point on this. But I'm going to say this at the end of this one, and I want to make sure that if you don't get anything else out of this, you get this.
Speak king.
Fathers, mothers, love your kid more than you hate the other parent.
Say that again.
Say it again. Say it again. Say it again.
Love your kids more
That you hate.
and enough,
Then you hate.
more than you hate that other parent.
Yeah, that's real. That's real.
If you do that, then you both will be the bigger person.
Mhm.
So you both will come
Conscious
together.
effort, guys.
That's
Conscious
right.
effort.
And when you see your kid then rise, that kid will be so happy to see y'all at the graduation when you both are there.
There you go.
Speak king.
Representing
real.
both families, they would be that. I've seen them like that. And I've seen them where they don't even talk to each other.
Man.
And only one side can see it.
Yeah.
Y'all got to make the choice. But you got to start to understand that it's a choice to be made.
Well, that's powerful. That's
Thank you.
powerful.
I'm glad y'all came. Looking for y'all to come back.
Come back.
All right. We're going to do this again. We love you all. Peace.
Tell him to subscribe. Tell him to
Subscribe.
subscribe.
Please subscribe to Clever Fella. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.